Hello, awesome folks. I hope you're having an amazing day today. So today I wanted to knock out my review just recently. I just knocked it out for the second time of H.P. Lovecraft's short story. It's called Cool Air. It was a little less than half an hour for me to knock it out last night. It was in the collection of horror stuff that I read when I was in college, and I was reading his stuff deep dive as a junior. I picked up his collection and so forth, and this is in the first one, just classic horror stuff, and then a couple later, and then I started knocking out his Dreamland stuff, and then his Cthulhu Mythos stuff over the next couple collections for you folks. I have never gone back and reread this the second time, since it's not in the Cthulhu Mythos, which is what he's more well known for. There are not really any Cthulhu Mythos elements in it, and so forth. So I've just never gone back and reread it. And last night I was looking for something fun and fast to read because I had forgotten to get up to read my short stories for the day and such. But I wanted to knock out something. So I decided I looked at the short stuff, and I was like, online. I was like, this is just a few pages long. It took less than half an hour for me to knock out last night for a second time. Loved it. The first time, I don't remember too many details about it, because again, I read it a long time ago. It's not that long, so you don't have rights. But I remember thinking, it's fun, diversion, and so forth. But after reading it a second time last night, it's really good. And so I'm going to be giving it an 8 out of 10 for you folks. I think it's a little better than I thought it was the first time, and so forth. So here you go. So and again, I keep my reviews spoiler free, so we won't be doing a deep dive into Cool Air for you folks like I have into some things. But just as a heads up, basically what happens is that our protagonist is a writer in New York and is looking for a nice boarding house, and he's living in a place that he is trying to find a good boarding house and so forth. He winds up in a place with a Spanish landlord and a few Spanish tenants that typically will speak Spanish and so forth, and he has been, because he thinks the price is okay, but it's not the best in the world and such. And so, or the the things that she offers aren't the best, or the best things and such, but it's the best that he can do with a bad situation, right? So that's where he winds up, and there's a co-tenant who lives there, and he finds out from the son of the landlord lady who also does a lot of the chores around the house, and he meets and such, that there's another tenant named the doctor who has a cold apartment and so forth with a lot of doctors and so forth. He's more of an invalid now, and he needs a lot of the cold air and so forth in order to be comfortable for medical purposes. And so that'll be the introduction, if you will, into our secondary character, which will be the doctor, and so forth. And then those are the two. So that's about 4 pages into a short. Well, not that, or it's probably about 2 pages or 3 pages in. So I'll leave you to it. Again, no spoilers. Please don't spoil the ending. I'll link you to the free one online. I'll also try to find it for you in copies too, in case you're interested in reading it with a hard copy, like I like to do too. And then so I'll link you to both if I can find both, and so forth, because I read mine online. So for you folks, this is definitely a classic thing. You can definitely tell that this is when Lovecraft was writing in New York City and living there too, and he has kind of like the one at the horror at Red Hook Beach and stuff, and those sorts of things. So you can definitely see that feel it, and so forth. It has a little bit of a self. And it might be intentional, a self, embracing of his own, issues and so forth. The community of Spanish people aren't exactly portrayed well, and so forth, but it's not that bad compared to some of his other stuff, like the horror and so forth. But he's not particularly pro-immigrant, but he likes to live in New York, and this is when he was living there. So you can definitely feel some of his self-appreciation and so forth. So there you are. That is Cool Air. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 for you folks. It's not a mythos. It's good stuff. It's classic, like a lot. And it's fast. It's not. We'll take it long for you to knock it out. For you folks, have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? Did you agree or disagree with my 8 out of 10? Let's talk about it if so. Or if not, let's talk about that too. Again, no spoilers. And there you are. If you like this video, why not hit the like button, the bell icon, and if you're feeling frisky, subscribe to it, and then let your friends know, fantasy horror friends. This has been turned into a few shorts and so forth on TVs like night terrors and such. So this has been appeared. It has some influence out there as a result. for you folks. So there you are. That's cool air for you folks. And then, as a reminder, this channel's name is The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? And it's definitely older stuff that we might have forgotten about from almost a century ago. So that's why it's here. We talk about it too. And then finally, I want to thank you so much just for taking some time out of your day, right? And investing in watching my videos, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives. So we're pulled in so many different directions, right? So the fact that you spent this time with me, it's incredibly humbling. And I appreciate it once again. Have a great day.